Hello everyone and welcome either back to the channel or nice to have you here. I'm doing a bit of Lords of Magic content again, the Thief of the Earth Faith, the Halfling Burglar. And I've got just two things to show you, the pants and the bow, as you may have seen. And the most interesting thing about this video is that instead of the normal thing that I do, I'm showing you multiple instances of the same thing. So as you can see, I've started with the full body suit for Genesis 2 male, and by now I'm absolutely positive that I don't like to work with the Genesis 2 male model because it's really clunky at times to work with it. So I'm looking forward to having my own model at some point. Anyhow, in this video you can see that I'm currently working on a pair of pants that is not on the thumbnail and neither at the render in the end of the video. This is because I actually for the pants as well as the bow, I did multiple versions, and yeah, the first one that I just finished was rather quick and rather simple. I wanted to do some harem pants or puff pants, and I was absolutely not happy with the result that I got. So I took another step on this. As you can see, I'm using the same base model, so the Genesis 2 male full body suit, which I made myself as a basis, and I created some kind of harness for it, which I'm currently doing here. So this is basically just the extrusion tool taken to the the extrusion tool, and I copy pasted a bit of the underlying pants mesh that I have, and now I'm really using the extrusion tool to just create this kind of crisscross harness on the legs here, and most of this is actually just moving all the points in the right spot, as well as some welding whenever I move points together. Yeah, I'm doing this video especially with this take on. Let me show you what I did, so that you can see that in this work with making 3D figures, there's a lot of redundancy. Like I've done two pants, I've done two bows. Why I did two bows I will tell a bit more later, but yeah, why did I make two pants? I made the first one, and I absolutely, when I saw them, I was sure I didn't want to use them because they were just not what I had in mind. They were just not detailed enough for whatever I wanted to go for. So I decided, nope, I'm not gonna use those. I'm going to make them again with another idea in mind, and this was this harness. This is taken a bit from special forces, who have these harnesses around the hip and the legs for all their gear, and I thought this is something a thief, a burglar would maybe have. I mean, it's not the model in the original game is not that detailed. You can check again at the beginning of the video, and yeah, I really had to see how I was going to do this, where I was going with this, and I decided I'm going to add a bit more detail to this in this way, just so that the model isn't completely flat. There's a bit of stuff going on, so I actually wanted to give him another shirt, but there was a lot of clipping with the code which I couldn't figure out how to remove. So this is what I meant when I'm talking about this. Genesis 2's male is kind of clunky. In the female version, I can basically just adjust every piece and resize it or reshape it on the fly to fit over other stuff. And with the Genesis 2 male, for some reason this option isn't there. So when I fit stuff together, I have to actually make more or create more stuff or have it in Hexagon from the beginning, which is kind of a nuisance. So I have to look into why Genesis 2 male doesn't support the same reshaping of like Genesis 2 female. This is probably something that came with a figure which I have installed, but I don't know for sure. Yeah. Anyhow, this is almost the whole of the pants. As you can see, I've did in a lot of additional line work here and there, and at this point I decided, okay, I'm not going to finish above the knee. I want to or no, at this point, but I decided in between I don't want to finish above the knee. I want to take this a bit further down. I even thought about going another layer down the leg, or instead finishing with a horizontal line setting, but in the end I decided, okay, no, this is really digging into my time, and I decided, yeah, I'm going to use it as it is, more or less, because I still had the other stuff to finish, like the code, like the bow. So this is basically the first thing that I made. I didn't record the code because this was really a simple mesh that I created. I used a code or a jacket that I already had and just extended it a bit, so this is not that interesting and very redundant to what you already have seen in a lot of my videos. So yeah, there's not a lot of new stuff that you will see in the near future, technique wise, more like content wise. Yeah, I'm looking to fix the last clippings in the whole leg model, and then we're going to look at the thickening of the harness, that it's fitting around the whole body. I've used the connection tool to just add a little more detail, and this is basically that, just with more. Well, yeah, this is just the legs. It's not really that complicated at this point. And we're going for the bow. There's two versions of the bow which I'm doing, and they are fairly similar, because this is another problem that I encountered in my personal style of work. I simply forgot to save this file, and obviously then at the end naturally it crashed on me. So when I was almost done with the whole bow and I was like, okay, let's just put on some finishing touches, Hexagon decided, yeah, goodbye, crashed, and I had to redo the whole thing, which also gave me a good choice, because I accidentally on this point forgot to twist the whole thing. I wanted a twist to the whole bow. This in the game, this is a reed bow. It's made of reed, and so I guess it would be twisted, but the game didn't. The app didn't allow for that. What happened there was actually really interesting, because when I filled the so when I made the tubes, I had them open at both ends, and when I used the tool to autofill all open endings, I had the mirror tool activated, so it created two faces on each side, so four for each tube instead of 2, and this this led to the tubes having the flat ends even when being smoothed. So as you can see in this point, I have at the second time I remember to twist the whole thing, and I also added a few X lines, which actually this point was where I crashed the first time. This is why I saved it. I tried to add some extra lines with the connect tool and it crashed on me. What I'm doing here is basically just copy pasting the usual grip that I use for almost all my weapons or things that are held in hand, because it's really simple one. It's really easy to use one, and yeah, it already has a texture, so I don't have to apply a texture on anything. Yeah, then I added the rings again, so that the weed that is formed will actually bound together. I didn't go for a full crisscross streak before. This was actually too much detail, but what I did is I decided to actually give the ending a bit of a twisting, but it looks more naturally like bent together reeds or straws. Yeah, and that's about it. The first and the second bow, now adding the textures or the remaps and the textures on this. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this gives you some idea about what I do and what you can make yourself. As always, I like to say stay healthy, stay safe, and hopefully if you have any questions you can just ask me in the comments. That said, see you guys around.